Hey, I want to welcome you to, I guess you can say welcome, but I want to invite you, let me say it this way, to an upcoming event called Breaking in the New Year. And it's presented by us here at Kingdom Climate. Kingdom Climate is a small group of believers at a meeting. Right? When I say believers, I mean in Jesus the Christ. And I want you to think about something really quickly as I tell you about the theme this year. We'll talk more here in just a minute about what is breaking in the new year and all of that. But the theme this year is going to be keeping the torches lit. And I want to read something really briefly out of Psalms 78, verse 4. And I'm just going to read that one verse, and I'm reading out of the New Living Translation. And it says this: "We will not hide these truths from our children. We will tell the next generation about the glorious deeds of the Lord, about his power and his mighty wonders." So that's our theme, keeping the torches lit. It's all about making sure that the gospel message continues on from generation to generation. And I think that's where we're lacking right now within our churches. We're not doing enough to train up the next generation, right? And some of the next generation believers may not be very young people. They may be teenagers, they may be college age, young adults, but they may also be some more mature adults that have yet to give their lives over to Christ. And when they do, they may be in their 30s, 40s, 50s, but they still too need that gospel message, and they need to be able to be trained up in such a way that they pass that on. So now, circling back around, what is breaking in the new year? I would say about 9 years ago, it was around 2013 or somewhere around there is when I had the first break it in the new year. And we've had it at different churches. And one time in the pandemic, we actually just went live over Zoom a couple of years ago in that first year in the pandemic. But what we do, if you know any history about what they would call watch services, right? These watch services, that was their way of, I guess you can say it like this. They watched and waited and prayed and worshiped and did all of these things as the new year approached, right? Kind of got some things in order. And what we've been doing over the years, hit or miss a couple of years where we didn't have the event for various reasons. But what we've tried to do is, and what the mindset behind it has always been for me, has been to get your mind back refocused. You can also say it this way: to put Christ back at the center of your heart and of your life as you prepare to go into the next year. Here, as we're closing out 2020, we're going to begin to do that same thing again this year to get everybody prepared for 2023. It's not about setting a New Year's resolution. It's bringing in the new year in worship with focus on the Lord. Just ignoring everything that's been happening all year long and getting ready as the new year approaches so that you can hit the ground running. We're going to be doing the Lord's Supper. We want to make sure we have that together as a family. We're going to have a lot of worship. We're going to have about an hour worth of worship, right? Your typical church service is 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and you may get, 3 or 4 songs here and there. You may even get 6, depending on the type of tradition you're a part of. But we're going to have about an hour's worth of worship, and we're going to also have some prayer in there between those times. We're going to set about 5 to 10 minutes apart in different sections of the service to be able to get some prayer in. So come out and join us. We're just going to have a good time, whether you you want to join us in person, and I'm going to tell you here in just a minute where we're going to be at, or you can also join us because we're going to be streaming live on YouTube on my page. So what you're going to want to do is to share this with the people you know so that they can subscribe to my page once they get on there, and then they'll have the link and be ready to be able to go live with us or join us in person. Now, where we're going to be is it's going to be December 31st, right? New Year's Eve, starting at 10 p.m. and we're going to go all the way to midnight. We go over a little bit, but we're going to also we want to bless the people that are going to show up in person with food. So we're going to have food that you can take your to-go container home with your food, and just share that with your family and reflect on some of the stuff that just happened during the service. So this year, we're blessed to be able to utilize Northeast Community Church, which is in Pflugerville, Texas, and their address is 15635 Vision Drive. And we're going to be at Suite 107. That's Northeast Community Church in Pflugerville, Texas. If you're familiar with the Austin area, it's really the outskirts, like the suburb area of Austin. So we would love for you to join us in person, but if you can't make it, make sure that you subscribe to this page, share it with somebody so that they can join in, and maybe you just might want to be at home with your family and some friends, and you might just want to watch the service at home. But if you're going to watch the service at home, please make sure that you have your material ready for taking notes, any reflection on things that have been going on, but more importantly, making sure you have something there so that you can the bread and the wine, right? So that you can make sure that you can do the Lord's Supper with us.